The supplicant limped up, battle scars glaringly obvious. It must have been a hell of a fight for the werewolf to have sustained such long-lasting damage. Despite her obvious bravery at seeing off not one but 2 harpies, the Lord Alpha looked unimpressed. She obviously sensed this and kept her shoulders low and head bowed. Frankly, if she'd been in shifter form, her tail would have been firmly between her legs. Even with all the mingling sense in the room, the reek of her fear was overpowering. He gazed down at her, looking for all the world like he was bored by her presence. "State your name." "Camellia Wet." Her voice was tiny, and there was a distinct waver to it. I growled under my breath. The Lord Alpha responded to brash confidence. Act like a terrified mouse, and he'd treat you like prey. "Of the West Yorkshire pack." "What?" "The West Yorkshire pack," she repeated nervously. His face grew stonier. "What?" She swallowed. "The West Yorkshire pack, my Lord Alpha." He leaned back, seemingly satisfied. Registering my growing rage, Staines put a hand on my arm. I shrugged him off. "So, Camellia, tell me what happened that caused you to break Directive 19. She tilted up her chin and looked him straight in the eye. Good girl. "It was late at night. I was walking along the riverside when I heard a screech. At first I thought it was just an owl, but when I heard it again, I realized it was actually a harpy." "And you went to investigate?" "Yes, my lord. There were 2 of them. They were attacking a man, using their claws to scratch him. It was obvious they were after blood." The Lord Alpha raised his eyebrows. "How so?" She seemed nonplussed, blinking rapidly. "He fell to the ground. They wouldn't quit. He had his hands up to try and protect himself, but they kept on swooping down towards him. Every time he tried to call out or defend himself, they took a chunk out of him. They were going to kill him." He stared at her, unblinking. "My lord," she hastily added. "They were going to kill him, my lord." "So you got involved." His voice was deceptively silky. I could hear the underlying current in his tone, however. He was planning something. "You took on 2 harpies, and in the process allowed a CCTV camera to capture you." Camellia looked alarmed. "I didn't shift. I knew there were cameras there. Besides, the harpies—" "I don't give a shit what the harpies were doing. I'm concerned with what you were doing. Is it normal for a human woman to rescue a man from an attack? From an attack, in fact, by 2 giant bird-like creatures?